that the issue is best handled by the counties. This is a devolved function, and you know, it's very challenging. Sometimes we've told the counties that they need to equip their, especially the funds, the liquor board, and so on, and the enforcement unit, because we have enforcement units who are supposed to be checking on some of these environmental pollutions and even the, you know, drinking beyond hours, the setup of schools, the whole planning mechanism. There's an enforcement unit for that. We need to realize that even in Nairobi, we have so many bars, but also the structure of this society and even our good manners, which were sometimes, you know, self-enforcement, which were working at some point, were destroyed, were kind of disturbed by COVID-19. And COVID-19 brought the idea of the minimum staggering distance, where now the, you know, residential places became the best venues for setting up bars and so on. And the licenses were issued, you know, from cars, you know, the then governor and the whole city leadership went about issuing. Now Nairobi has, I think, more than 3,000 nightclubs and bars in a city which should not have more than 500. So I think that we need to realize that we can control them, but also the whole setup, the whole planning should be controlled. Because even the CBD, how is it that we are so active? The residential areas so active, even up to morning. We are drinking from night to night, but the CBD is dead by 7 p.m. You know, if you walk into some of the places where we used to have a lot of bars and pubs set up, like Koinange Street, totally dead. By 8 p.m. you cannot find much life there apart from one, maybe Sape, which is there. So, and it's the pressure. What kind of planning allowed the killing of these critical sectors? And the pressure is still on the CBD to remove some of these bars. But I think that it is upon the next governor or the current governor to decide that we are going to enforce, we are going to set up areas where we are going to have the vice economy, where we are going to have nightclubs, you know, people can go and enjoy themselves. Also in residential areas, what can we and should we not do? Because if we leave the pressure as it is today, NACADA is trying to control something which it is not within their mandate, but they're seeing the problem. The challenge is it is within the county's mandate, and the counties have to rise up and decide to ensure, because it's basically trading. It's the vice economy. We might be talking about alcohol and drugs and so on, but it is because the challenge is that where you see the bars and pubs are going, drugs follow. You know, shisha follows, cocaine follow, prostitution follow. You know, so you'll see if you're a keen observer, if you just sit in front of some of these very popular nightclubs at night in the car, I'll just tell you that those people are exchanging probably drugs. You know.
And yes, there's already the issue of narcotics, but alcohol has been regulated for the longest time. Of course, there are issues also around illicit